Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jessica. So today we are going to be discussing finding audiences. So what I want you guys to do is please get a writing utensil and a notebook to take some notes, as we're going to go and really dive into this, and I want you guys to be prepared and ready. So let's get started. What you need to do is log into your business manager. All right. And again, remember we set up a ton of accounts, right? So I am going to click on Menu, Audience Insights. And you're welcome to take this tour if you want. So this right here is going to be your baby. This is going to help you find working interests, targets. You can test either one interest at a time when you do ads. You can stack them 2 to 4. You can narrow your audiences, which we'll get to that in a later part of this course. But it's really, really good. And whether you use a notepad or you want to copy and paste, this is super important on how you do this. I'm a little old-fashioned, so like I'll just write it down, but I do recommend if you have a notepad in your computer or notes, pages, whatever, you can just copy and paste a couple things. So for example, we're going to look for an interest, okay? What I like to do, I always use like Donald Trump as an interest. He's super expensive, so don't go testing it, you guys. I'm just putting it on here. So let's say we want to target, we're going to try that. We're going to try that as a target. We're going to see what's going on. So we're going to type in Donald Trump. So just by doing that, data has already come in, and it's crazy how it's half and half. We may need to try something else. I'm going to do just Oprah, you guys. Oprah Winfrey. Bam. Because I know most of you like to target women anyway. Just so you know, you can target, it does not have to be celebrities. It could be a store, a clothing line, food. I'm going to show you. If you click on advanced, you can target people based on behaviors, anniversaries, consumer classification, digital activities, like if they create events. Look at that. Okay. You can also do small businesses, job roles, purchase behaviors. There's travel. Then there's by language. There's relationship status. There's education, work, financial. There's a ton of things that you can target people off of. It does not have to be just a celebrity like every training has told you. There's like literally you can target pizza. You can target a certain car. You guys, anything, like test. If you have the money to test, and if you've paid me to help you, most likely you have money to test. If you are a parent, think about maybe toys or things that your kid likes to do and research it. So anyway, I'm just going to pick someone motivational. A lot of people will tell you to go ahead and select a lot of the motivational people from that MCA people promote. I don't do that like the entrepreneurs because everybody does that. But if it works for you, I think that's awesome. Okay. I try to do what people won't do, audiences that haven't seen this, so that I get more engagement in my ads. So just by typing this one interest, we see that 96% of it is women, which means we don't even want to bother with men. Sorry, guys, but there's only 4% of you that have an interest in Oprah Winfrey, so there's no point in me trying to make an ad to target men. So what I'm going to do right here with this gender, I'm going to click on women to refine it. Now, this is close, you guys. Look at the age gap. 35 to 44 are the ones that are most engaged, okay, in Oprah. So it doesn't mean that they're going to necessarily be engaged at MCA, but that's the audience that you want to at least target. Now, my suggestion in here would be to split test and do one ad for 25 to 34 and one to 35 to 44. You guys, I'm not saying that Oprah Winfrey works. I'm not giving away any of my golden nuggets, but I'm telling you this just so that when you put in your interest or whatever it is that you're looking for, you know what to do. You don't want to do 25 to 54. It's going to make Facebook work so hard, and it's pointless. Like the more you refine or do test ads with smaller parameters, the better your ad is going to optimize and produce results or not produce results, excuse me, and you'll know if you need to kill it or not. So in this case, we're going to choose 35 to 44. So I'm going to change my age group here to 35 to 44. Okay? Now, if you scroll down, you can target people based on lifestyles. So this will show you like work and play is a lifestyle that people that engage with Oprah really do like. Sorry if you hear my son's nursery rhymes in the background. Also, 49% of people that liked Oprah were married. So if you were going to do an ad, maybe you can do Oprah Winfrey, what was the age group? 35 to 44 married, okay, with a college degree. I wouldn't do that, honestly, but I'm just telling you, you can do that. Then it shows you job titles, you guys, administrative. So you can maybe pick Oprah Winfrey administrative and then the 835 to 44. You know, there's so many ways, and this is just one. This is just one. We're not even on the second page. So all of these are things for you to look into. Now, my favorite feature is going to be the page likes. And like, these are targets. Like, these are basically targets for you guys. Like, these are free. So we're going to get to the page like section, but top categories. So you could target, like you can stack it and do Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, that age group, and see how the ad runs. You can do Oprah Winfrey with Kevin Hart. You can do Oprah Winfrey with Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart, and Barack Obama and see what happens. You can do Oprah Winfrey with Walmart, Oprah Winfrey with Target. Do you guys catch the gist of this? You can pair them to see what works. But what this is saying is that the age group that we selected by refining it based on Facebook's results using an interest of Oprah Winfrey has given us a category of what those people are engaged in. So you can do Oprah Winfrey and Michael Kors, Oprah Winfrey and Tyrese Gibson as interests, okay? Or the Food Network, Oprah Winfrey, the Food Network, that age group. Bam, you got a target. You can do the age group that was a little bit less percentage-wise and try that as well. Then there's page likes. So now you see that most of the people that liked Oprah Winfrey also liked Tyler Perry. And you don't just automatically assume that this is something you can use, you guys, these things right here. There's more to it. These are great. Like, I know for sure that these are actually ones that you can use because of the engagement and who they are. But let's say you didn't know who Tyler Perry was. Guess what? What you do is you click on here on the link and you're going to research how much engagement is on the post. If there's not a lot of engagement on the post, it can have 12 million likes, but if there's no engagement on the post, you don't want to use that as a target, okay? And you want to write multiple down or copy and paste it onto your pages or notes, whatever section, because when you go to create your ad, this may not show up as an interest. Even though it popped up in Audience Insight, it may not pop up when you go to create your ad. So you want to have multiple interests. You don't want to just say, oh, I'm going to pick Tyler Perry, that's it. You go to create your ad and Tyler Perry is not an option. I know it sounds funky, you guys, but it happens. So you want to write down at least about 10 targets so that if something's not there, you have an alternative. So as we scroll down, there's a ton of engagement, 451,000 views, 5.6K, likes, 383 comments. Look at this. 2.4. Isn't that Miss Charlene? Yeah, she's funny. Here we go, 2.9. So there's a lot of engagement on here, and this may be a good target for you guys. So you want to write that one down. So we're going to write down Tyler Perry. We know that that one has engagement. Also, another good thing to do is that people that have liked this page, they most likely like these pages right here. So those are also other targets, and you have to be careful because you may digress. I do this all the time. Like, I'm like, ooh, 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 and I just start clicking. But let's just say we do that and we click on Ben Affleck. He has 1.4. He's got some engagement on here, you guys. Like, Ben Affleck may be a target. So you write that down. He may not pop up when you go to do your ad and enter an interest, but you know that he's something with engagement. Same thing. Okay, now we go back. Kevin Hart. We can click on Kevin Hart. I'm sure he has a ton of engagement because he's pretty freaking funny. Look at that, you guys. A ton of likes, 264,000 views, 1 million views. So he's got a ton of engagement, you guys. That also can be a target. So you're going to write that down. You're going to put Kevin Hart or copy and paste, whichever you prefer. And you may be a little bit more high-tech than me. There's Barack Obama. Now, presidents are really, or any type of president or previous president, they're really expensive per video view. They're like $3 a video view, which we'll get to that later in the course. So just if you're going to do a figure like Barack Obama or Donald Trump, or make sure you're putting a lot in your ad budget. But as you can see, you guys, look, a ton of engagement, 3.4 million views, 161,000 likes. So there you go. And again, I do like 10. I write down 10. Doesn't mean I'm going to put all 10 in my ad. It's because some may not pop up when I go to create the ad. There's Walmart. I know Walmart has a ton of engagement. And you just go and you go down, like you just go down the list and see. But these are all targets that you can use. Even if you don't want to use Oprah paired up with them, you may want to just do Steve Harvey. That may be just Steve Harvey, bam, and then select an age group. So let's say you're like, oh, okay, Steve Harvey. You go back here. Like, let's say you don't want to do Oprah. You're like, man, let me check out Steve Harvey. You type in Steve Harvey, and I'm gonna change the age group just to see. We gotta reset the parameters. Go back to demographics. So now this one's a really good one. It's split. Steve Harvey, 54% women, 46% men. This is a great one to split test. And by split test, I mean you can do one ad for men, one ad for women. Don't do both combined. Split test so that you can see which one works better, and whichever one works better, you're going to scale. For those of you that know nothing about Facebook ads, we're going to get to that part next, but this is very important for you to understand. So in this case, women are more engaged with Steve Harvey between the ages of 25 to 34. So I'm going to change this to 25 to 34. I'm going to select women. Now I'm going to go to page likes and see what happens. So Kevin Hart is still on there, but look, now we got new targets. So people that like Steve Harvey like these things, and you can click on them to see the engagement to see if you want to add that to your interest, to stack up your interest on your ad, or you can do one interest per ad. It's all about testing, so please don't ask me which one you should do. I'm going to tell you to test because it depends on your video and whatever ad script you're using. Then look, now there's a new one, Tasty, Target popped up, Starbucks. So now it's like a whole new list of things that you can add to your interests. You can also search by location to see in the United States who's involved in this. So if more people, see, New York people are more engaged with Steve Harvey. So if you want to do an ad and be state specific, you can target New York and see what happens, okay? You can check their activity to see what these people are doing. Like the people that are engaged with Steve Harvey, most of them use mobile devices and their iPhones. So if you wanted to do an ad and target Steve Harvey, mobile, iPhone only, just to optimize things, you can do that as well, okay? You can check out their household income. The average person that likes Steve Harvey has an income between $50,000 to $75,000. So there's a ton of things that you can see here. Like, for example, they like to use any card. Some of them like to use a bank card. Most of them like to use primarily cash. So if you were doing an ad, you can do a purchase behavior of just using a bank card. Do I recommend that in the beginning? No, but if you want to do that, you can do that. And then it's going to tell you where they make their purchases. So they do 40% purchasing online. They have a pretty high retail spending, and then they spend most of their products on food and drink. So you may want to target Steve Harvey with maybe a high food and drink interest to stack up with it, because most of those people that engage with Steve Harvey, like to purchase food and drink online. And this also tells you what type of car they have. You guys, Facebook tells you everything. And you can always create an ad from here if you like, or you can just go ahead and create a new ad by going to your ads manager and then creating an ad. So you guys, that's how you look up interest. Like, there's a ton of options here. Never say you have nothing, because there's a ton. Like, it's unreal. Like, language, behaviors, again, you know, residential profiles, likely to move. There's so many job roles. Excuse me, farmers, you know, anniversary, you know, like it's just ridiculous. And you just type in your stuff here, and if it pops up, great. If it doesn't, you try something new. But I want you guys to take these notes. I want you to test some interest. My number one advice is that you need to target people that you can relate to. So if you are a mom, you should probably target moms. If you used to work at Starbucks, maybe you need to target Starbucks employees. If you were in the Army, maybe you need to target people that were in the Army and see what information pops up and create an ad like that. If you are a huge gamer, maybe you need to target a specific game or some type of gaming console. If you like to go shopping, maybe that's what you need to do. You have to think outside the box. This isn't just about celebrities. I can tell you guys right now, I make a ton of my money off of something that has nothing to do with a celebrity. So think outside the box. I mean, you guys, anything is on here. Like, look, you guys, hold on. I'm going to show you something real quick, and then I got to go get my little man. Oh. Watch this. Pizza. I'm going to go back to demographics. Look at that. Women like pizza more than men, ages 25 to 34. So we clicked on that, you know, like let's say, well, no, we want to refine this so that we get the best results. So let's go ahead and refine this. And this is only in the US. You can put Canada in here too. Let's see what pages they liked. Look, Kevin Hart, Vin Diesel continue to pop up, you guys. Barack Obama, Food Network, ESPN, Netflix. Look at the pages. Tasty pops up again. So just do your research, do some digging, message me if you have any questions. I would love to have a Zoom meeting, you know, maybe tomorrow, or we can do one Monday or Tuesday, just going over this. And if you have, I want to know, you know, what's worked for you, if you're having any issues. But I know that this is going to help you get really good audiences instead of just typing whatever you wanted in there. All right, you guys. So go ahead and apply what I just taught you, and good luck. Take care.